Hi everyone, welcome back to High Plane Games with the F1 2020 My Team Minardi playthrough. We're off to Belgium after the summer break. And my word, we've been busy, and so has everyone else by the looks of it. But we apparently now have the best car? I don't feel like that's real. But okay. We do have a couple of other things though that we've been able to pull out the bag. So the first thing that we can play with is around getting some updates onto the car, and I was wondering what we should do. Should we go for some aero? Should we go with some powertrain? We've got some chassis stuff here as well. Mercedes really bossing the chassis side of stuff, or we should focus maybe on a little bit of reliability. I'm kind of thinking the chassis. Remember, we started off with the chassis and it was looking great until we had to deal with some of the actual bits and bobs that's going on. I'd love to get some brake updates going on here as well if possible, but all the brake stuff seems to be right at the end. I'm going to wait until after practice at Belgium before we deal any of that, but what I am going to do is dive in and do an upgrade here on one of our parts. And what I wanted to do was to improve. It doesn't really matter which one, to be honest, does it? Unless, no, because they're all on 6, aren't they? And they're all going to deliver for the 3rd of September. So let's dive into the aero, upgrade that, generating even more resource points for us to keep on forging forward, so at least the car can make up for my terrible driving. That's the plan. Okay, let's dive off to Belgium and I'll see you after practice. Hey everyone, welcome back after practice session. Practice seemed to go okay. My car's quite skittish though, on a couple of corners around the track, which makes me think that there might be some rewinds to try and stop me from being stupid. The practice sessions went well enough for me to get lots of R&D points, as you can see. We're now on 1772, but I'm a bit confused, or like, I suppose torn is the best way to know which thing I should go for next, if that makes sense. And I think it's because I'd like to progress the chassis department, but I don't have the percentage increases here, or build time decreases rather. Instead they're in the power unit, and mostly at the moment in aerodynamics. So I was thinking, maybe I could do something funky here, and then I was like, okay, well we could do the big drag reduction here for the end plates, and that could be quite useful, because I was thinking I could do one and then the other, but I've not quite got enough points to do it. So then I was thinking, does. But no, let's go for the major jag reduction because of the big thing here. And then I think what we'll do is we'll kind of maybe leave aero for a little while, because we've kind of reached almost the end, and it would be good to start pulling the chassis back up again, because tyre wear in particular will become an issue, and I want to get to the brakes that are around here. That would be great if I could do so. But yeah, we're spoilt for choice really, aren't we? Let's put everything on number 2. Oh, apart from the turbocharger. There we go. We've got our gearbox in as well. It's interesting. So looking at the vehicle performance chart, as you can see, we've made an upgrade. So have AlphaTauri to become the 4th best team, ahead of Ferrari. Racing Point and Renault had a small upgrade. McLaren did not. But Haas did, and look at Haas now suddenly hounding McLaren again. Williams had a tiny upgrade. That must just be like a little minor one somewhere along the line. However, although it's put us on top in the qualifying programs, it was actually saying qualify fifth. And then I noticed we're qualifying in the rain. So it's all academic. I'll be at the back. Should make for an entertaining race, though. Okay, so I've set my wings to 3-3. Let's see how we get on. The idea being is that should then make the car a bit more stable in the inters, whereas I was trying to get round with a pure setup for the dry in wet conditions in other qualies, and I think that's where I was going wrong, forgetting that you can change your front wing. Ooh, that was a bit naughty, Smith, but never mind. But I was thinking, I forget that you can change your front wing on the grid. Hopefully this will just keep me in amongst it a little bit more. Without compromising the dry setup. Yeah, no. How is that not a race over incident? Okay, I will take 13 hands down. I'm woeful in the wet. I'll have it.
We're all ready for tomorrow's race, but before we begin, let's have a quick look at those who will be fronting the grid. Bottas, Hamilton and Daniel Ricciardo. Goodbye for now then, but we're really just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
Okay. So Bottas there up front, Ricciardo doing alright, as did Albon, Gasly and Ocon in the Renaults, both in the top 10, followed by the Alpha Tauris. So their upgrades not showing quite so much. Then the two Minardis, the two Racing Points, the two McLarens. De Vries there in the Alfa Romeo. You'd think probably the actual Alfa Romeo is somewhere in the middle. Two Hasses, two Williams. Noah's Ark all the way home. Okay, let's let Vettel creep up a little bit. I don't think either of us have covered ourselves in glory in that quali session. Yeah, I thought we'd drop. It's okay, race is coming, we'll be fine. And the race is going to be dry, pretty much. It did say it was going to be rainy around the 20-minute mark. But I think we'll have got far enough in the dry to make that work. It does also make me think, though, should we reverse our strategy on the tyres? Okay, so that's the race. A little sprinkle, then back to dry. Yeah, everything else is fine. Right, 11 laps, here we come. No.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Ricciardo, Vettel, Alexander Albon, and Leclerc, Verstappen, Ocon, Gasly, and Sergio Perez, Kvyat, Delatraz, Smith, and Stroll, Russell, Norris, Nick de Vries, and Kevin Magnussen, Grosjean, Latifi, Giovinazzi, and Carlos Sainz will start from the back of the grid.
Aww.
Now, it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
It has not been McLaren's season, has it? Right, so we need to put our wing back to where we want it, which was 5.
Jeff here, radio check. Check, check, can you hear me? Okay, we had a fantastic result at the last race. Let's try it again here.
See, it wants us to go... Let's be aggressive, because then if there is a safety car or something like that, we don't want to get caught on the awkward tyres with this one, I don't think. It would be just my luck. So let's go aggressive. And we've got the fuel to make it work. Oh, that was a good go off the line by Delatraz. Oh, sorry, whoever that was. Oh. Wow, the AlphaTauri is fast in a straight line. Oh, and he's sticking it down. Perez. Okay. We know that AlphaTauri is quick. Ocon doing a fine job in that Renault.
Keep pushing. Let's capitalise on that first lap.
I was just thinking that. Let's try and pull ourselves back into contention, even if we have been a bit dodgy in the Eau Rouge. Which, to be fair, was a complete accident. I didn't intend to make that corner. I was having a take the dry line approach, wet line approach. Oh, that was not great, but we made it.
Okay, clear.
Oh, who's out now? Or was there just contact? Oh, Delatraz is best of the rest. That's a Renault in, which must be Gasly because Ocon is still behind us. Okay, let's go, go, go.
Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilize some of this energy.
There's times and places, Jeff. Now, of course, everyone's got fresh softs for longer because we all qualied on inters, didn't we? So that's something we're going to need to factor in a wee bit, I think. We're missing a Ferrari. Oh, it's Leclerc that must have lost out there as Ricciardo goes for Vettel.
DRS is being enabled
I
this
quite
lap.
fancy
We can
going
use
for
DRS
Albon,
when
to
you're
be
within
honest.
1
Oh,
second
no,
of
not
the
now,
car
not
ahead
now.
and in
Oh,
a
now.
DRS zone.
There we go. Oh, shit.
Green flag.
Wow, that was a drama.
Full
Oh,
course
oh,
caution. The
Delatraz.
safety car is out.
Not
Keep an eye on the delta.
Delatraz.
We need to keep it positive to avoid a penalty.
He was
Slow
going to be in
down.
the points and
Maintain
everything.
Positive delta. Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
Can we pit? Should we pit?
Okay, copy that.
Box this lap.
Confirmed. We'll receive you at the end of this lap.
This is bang on sneaky territory for a safety car stop. Those Mercedes are so clear of the rest of the field.
Louis is out of the race.
I know. Oh wow, Mercedes are they're all double stacking. Oh, not everyone. Is that Verstappen coming round? Or Vettel? Yeah, it's Verstappen. Oh god.
Exit now.
Okay.
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
That could have been a lot worse. But we'll take it. Gasly is going to be quids in, I think. For someone that had to pit at the end of the first lap. Ricardo Perez, 6. Hamilton 4th. So it's Bottas, Verstappen, Magnussen. I'm sorry, K-Meg and Verstappen, you've really lost out. No double stacky wacky. Vettel behind, Albon behind, Gasly then into 10, is that? Yeah. Not bad from a lap 1 wing change. Oh, sorry, no, that's Ocon, then Stroll. I wish they gave you race readouts. I tell you what this also does, it slows us down to the point where we're going to get rain right at the end. Ah, Louis.
We think we may see some rain. ETA is about 15 minutes.
I think it will just start dribbling right at the end of the race. That wing change is slightly annoying though. I'm going to have to really go... So really we're 5th. And I'd imagine, are we going to get them both pit this time round? How weird though that I said about an alternative strategy. No, they both stay out. I wonder if they're hoping that they can... The rain comes or something weird. Of course, K-Mag scored his 2 points with a similar interesting move. Well, a good pit strategy basically in Bahrain, wasn't it? Where people didn't double stack. And half the field went round for a second lap. Because of how the safety car came out. One of the Williams is quite far up the field as well, by the looks of it, because of the double stacking. Well done to whichever one that is. Ahead of De Vries. Russell really losing out. I'm assuming that's Sainz at the back there in the McLaren. Because he had to start at the back, didn't he? Okay. Weather report.
The rain is a few laps out yet, but it is coming. Be careful. Dries seem like the best tyre for now.
Really, Jeff? Do you thunk?
Okay, let's get ready to go racing again. The safety car is in this lap. When the field accelerates, remember, there is no overtaking until the green flags. Safety car in this lap.
We are going to be right on the attack. Ooh, cold tyres though.
Okay, battery's looking good. You can use overtake to get past.
Oh, we really lost out there, didn't we? K-Mags is holding up Hamilton and co. Oh yeah, they're tripping over each other. Okay, now I feel like I'm up to speed again.
Okay, you're catching the car ahead, but remember, we need to get to the end of the race on these tyres.
Nicely done. And crucially, cleanly done. I can't believe neither of them have pitted. Oh, shit. That was problematic. Okay, that's Hamilton past Kevin Magnussen. Verstappen's got pace. I think that's why it's so unfortunate.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Ooh, sorry, Danny. And Perez gets through. Oh, and Vettel. Ah, shit, K-Mag. Ah. I'm not having that.
Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online.
Okay.
We're expecting some rain soon.
Vettel
Expect
getting
the
past
first
K-Mag.
drops in the next few minutes.
I have no idea what that was. I don't think I've ever done that in my life. Oh. Stop the cutting, Smithy.
Bottas is leading the race.
They're staying
There's
out.
3 laps of
They're
fuel remaining.
they're bagging on some kind of rain, I'd imagine. Yeah, like it to be so thunderous that they can come and pick us all off at the very end. Which, to be fair, may very well happen. Because look at how quickly, like, the grip is sliding off. So if they come in on a last lap maybe and do an inters run, if this is going to...
Check your MFD for a new strategy option. Our gap to the car in front is 4.7 seconds.
Oh!
A new strategy is available on the MFD.
Oh, really?
Got that confirmed?
Not everyone's gone for it. This isn't quite as cut and dry as it was before. Oh, I think I sped in the pit lane. Hang on. There we go. I need that change in tyre. In wing. I could not get round this track without it.
Release, exit now. You'll be racing as you leave the pits. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track. We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
Oh, I bet K-Mag must be livid.
We've got a lot of spare energy. Use your overtake button.
Oh, I would do if I could actually fight off people. Sorry, Sergio. Look, they've caught Hamilton, who stayed out for that extra lap. And Albon was the other one. Have they both come in? Yes, they have. No, they have not.
Final lap of the race.
Hamilton pits. Albon does not. There is Hamilton coming out well down. Oh God.
safety gap to the car ahead is 1.7 seconds.
Oh, Alex. You can try, mate, but I think you may well have just talked yourself out of points. Even. Oh, Perez.
Okay,
Wow, Vettel was all over that. It's the tiniest of knocks as well.
Levi's moving to mix 2, fuel to mix 2.
No way, I need to make sure that I can bring this one home, baby. Nice. Great podium.
Top job, my friend, top job.
What a fascinating
I was a bit
race.
worried about this one at the start of the weekend, but you've pulled through. Thank you.
Drove the Kevin Magnussen. Oh, did that mean he stayed in to get some points for Haas?
Many doubted whether they could pull off the win here at Spa-Francorchamps, but they've done so in spectacular style.
Yes, they have.
Tell me, Ant, how did they
Well done,
manage to
Bottas.
achieve this win?
It was a question of right place, right time today. We were looking at an entirely different race before the safety car came out, but they were able to take
And that
full
was all
advantage
done
of
in the
field
early
being
laps
bumped up.
because they was able to pit and get out in that safety
After
car
an excellent performance at the Grand
ahead
Prix,
of everyone
I'm
else.
Sure there'll be plenty of celebrations
Verstappen
tonight
second
amongst the
for Alfa
Mercedes team,
Romeo.
and they certainly deserve it.
Christ. Minardi third with me. What a nutso podium. Love it. That's Alfa Romeo's first podium in the game for me. And that will transform their battle in the constructors, won't it? That's huge points for them.
Let's have a quick look at how the driver
Hey!
standings have changed. Well, the gap at the top of the championship has been cut down after a difficult race today for our championship leader. Let's focus on the driver of the day, Anthony Davidson. Who do you pick?
Well, I certainly didn't have any complaints with Kevin Magnussen's performance today. Incredible driving.
Let's move on to the constructors. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. Meanwhile, Ferrari have improved their position. A
Oh.
strong weekend from them as they fight their way towards the top.
You sure?
And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
So, Perez still fifth despite that wobble. Vettel really wily there, grabbing that fourth place. Hamilton stayed sixth. K-Mag ended up seventh. Fantastic. Great run from the Haas driver. I didn't think that... Do you know what? I lambasted that strategy all the way through for both him and Verstappen. And then it dawned on me that they're trying to stay out for the rain. But it doesn't normally flick so quick. So, and you never get to know that as a human. But the AI clearly do. So interesting. Ricciardo only 8 in the Red Bull. Norris grabs points for McLaren in 9. I think that would be well earned and deserved for him. Albon scrapes the final point in 10th with all of that. Ahead of Ocon, Kvyat lost out there. Stroll, De Vries was probably far enough back for him to... Well, he wasn't really compromised by anything, but he did move up to 14th, I guess. Leclerc 15, terrible times there. Sainz, Gasly, Grosjean, Russell really down the back there. And sadly, the two Williams ending up at the end there. Giovinazzi must have been the one that was higher up early on, but lost out in the switch later on. So it's Perez and Gasly who had their problems. Yeah. Poor Delatraz. Soz, mate. In the standings, that puts Vettel up to 4th ahead of Ricciardo, who continues to plummet. Albon up to 6th with that singular point. Perez moves up to 10th. That was wise for him. And K-Mags Wow, that says a lot. Ahead of Delatraz, and Norris now equal on points with Delatraz after that as well. Louis, what you doing, mate? Yeah, and Ferrari move ahead of Red Bull. Not exactly closing down Mercedes though, are they? And look at Alfa Romeo there. That pulls them clear of the battle for 5th with Renault. And AlphaTauri there with Perez's points move clear from Racing Point. Haas actually closing in slightly on McLaren, both having great days. Crazy times.
Great work out there today. Let's have your thoughts. You really cut your way through the field today. What was your strategy?
Let's start battering up the chassis department.
Went your way today. It looked like you had a really good strategy for the race. How do you think this team will be feeling after that result? Did you feel comfortable in the wet weather today? Appreciate your time.
I'm sure you do. I appreciate the boosts that you give to everyone, so long as I answer the questions right. Okay, how did that all fare in the end? 2 versus 5. Great. That's helpful because after Monza we've got Singapore that I'm terrible at and Suzuka that I'm really hit and miss. Oh, sorry, Louis. Oh, yes. Gorgeous.
This week's income from the sponsors has cleared, and we're making good profit against our running costs.
Cool. Let's join us next time for the Italian Grand Prix. Juicy.